Love in full bloom. Kaylee has always been the type who found solace in quiet corners of her local bookstore. With her nose often buried in a novel, she adored the smell of aged paper and the comforting silence that surrounded her. It was in this serene setting that she first met Sean, a newcomer to town with a penchant for adventure and a heart full of curiosity. Sean had just moved to the small town of Willow Creek, seeking a fresh start after a string of relentless city life. Drawn to the eccentric charm of this local bookstore, he wandered in one sunny afternoon, hoping to find a book that would help him escape reality for a while. As he perused the shelves, his eyes landed on Kaylee, who was so engrossed in her book that she didn't notice him at all. Intrigued by her focus, he couldn't help but approach her. "Excuse me," Sean said softly, but trying not to startle her. "Do you have any recommendations for a good read?" Kaylee looked up, her eyes meeting his. She was momentarily taken aback by the warmth in his gaze. "Oh, sure," she stammered, closing her book and standing up. "What kind of books do you like?" Sean smiled, relieved that she didn't seem annoyed by his interruption. "I enjoy a bit of everything, but I'm particularly fond of adventure and mystery." Kaylee's face lit up. "I have just the thing." She led him to a nearby shelf and pulled out a well-worn copy of The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. "This is one of my favorites. I think you'll really enjoy it." As Sean took the book from her, her fingers brushed his, and a spark of something unspoken passed between them. He thanked her and decided to strike up a conversation. Over the next few weeks, Sean and Kaylee found themselves running into each other more often, not just at the bookstore, but around town as well. They discovered a shared love for hiking and began exploring the nearby trails together. Each adventure brought them closer, their conversations growing deeper and more meaningful with each step. One crisp autumn day, while hiking through a forest ablaze with vibrant fall colors, Sean turned to Kaylee and took her hand. "Kaylee, I have to tell you something," he said, his voice trembling slightly. "I've never felt this way about anyone before. You make every day feel like an adventure, and I can't imagine my life without you." Kaylee's heart swelled with emotion. "Sean, I feel the same way," she whispered, tears of happiness glistening her eyes. "You've brought so much joy and excitement into my life. I can't believe how lucky I am to have found you." As they stood there, surrounded by nature's beauty, Sean leaned in and kissed Kaylee softly, sealing their love with a promise of many more adventures to come. From that day forward, Kaylee and Sean continued to explore the world together, their love growing stronger with each new experience. They found that their differences complemented each other perfectly, creating a beautiful harmony that neither had ever expected. And so, in the quiet town of Willow Creek, a love story blossomed, proving that sometimes the greatest adventures of all are the ones we embark on with the people we love.